Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is J. Marie of J. Marie Booklist. Today I'm coming to talk to you about controlling your day. So, one of the things about working in the hospital is things can happen at any time. Shit can hit the fan. It's just the nature of the beast. So, but for the most part, the day is somewhat sane, but it could hit the fan at any time. So I am always prepared for shit hitting the fan. So therefore, I always prepare for shit to hit the fan. So when it's hitting the fan, I don't want to be doing stuff that is nothing. Like we have patients rolling in. We need to get patients out. You know, it's a serious accident on the highway. Something happened, shooting somewhere. You know, a lot of people coming to the hospital, fatalities, things like that. I don't want to stop and have to fill up the printer and put some paper in there. Like, come on, that's something that should have been done early in the day, because you never know when stuff can happen. Because if you got a situation where you got to clean out you got to empty out, do a lot of discharges, you know it's going to be a lot of discharge paperwork being printed. You really gonna stop and fill up the printer because you only had about that much in there, and you knew you had about that much in there this morning when you could have just filled the whole thing up and just had it for your day, your 12-hour shift, your 8-hour shift. So what I always do is I always prepare, like literally my mind is always as if something's going to happen. And so I get the little things out of the way. But I control my day. No matter where I go, the beginning of my day, the first 2 hours are controlled. And there are things that I always do. No matter if I'm on my unit, I float to another unit, no matter what it is, I do these same things on other people's units. It's just something I do. And, you know, because I'm just not going to get stuck with the little stuff. So the first thing I do is I get a good report from the night huck. So if there was a night huck, I always get a good report. I was told that I like detailed reports, and which I don't think it's so much that I like detailed reports. I just need to know how many people, you know, because if room 38 and room 46 are on the call light, they were on the call light all night. I need to know this, because now I know they probably gonna be on the call light all day, because for a reason, you know, they probably gonna sleep for about 2 hours and then they're gonna be back on the call light. It's something going on while they're on the call light. Some people don't like being in the room by themselves, and they just always on the call light. They want somebody in the room with them. You know, like I would like to know that. Don't just say, oh, it was fine. You know, last night was fine. You know, and then, you know, 38 and 46 on the call light all day, or you know, things like that. So I always like to. I just want to know what's going on. Somebody going for a procedure. I mean, you got the list, like, you know. Well, I don't like that. You need to give me a good halfway decent report. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to know what they going for. But you know, so and so is going down for a test today. Room, you know, going for surgery. You work in ICU. Going for surgery today. So and so's NPO. So and so came in last night. You know, ER, cardiac alert, something. Let me know something. You know, oh no, it was all right last night. Nah, I don't want that. You need to tell me what's going on. Now, some people, they quiet, or this one, the family is, you know, you know, the family gonna be in your face all day. Like, say stuff like that. I need to know these things. I need to know, you know, these things, because you never know. Some days you walk into chaos. Some days, you know, you come in and they call the code. You hear, you know, you coming in, you know, through the door, and before you get to your unit, and they're calling a code blue, you know, and it's your unit. You about to walk into some mess, you know, some chaos. I used to come into the ICU, and I would be like, well, where's the crash cart? What room is the crash cart in? Because we had one right here. We had two crash carts in ICU, and the crash cart was not there. Where's the crash cart? Obviously, it's in somebody's room. So they be like, oh, it's in room so and so. Oh, okay. They weren't doing good. They didn't use it on them, but the person, you know, it wasn't used, but you know, you might need to use it, and so let's put it in the room in case that person starts crashing. You know, like what was going on? They were sitting up and they were talking, and then all of a sudden the heart skipped and paused and all this stuff. Oh, okay. Like I that was the first thing I noticed. Where's the crash cart? Like, why? Where's the crash cart? Because that's not good. Okay, I could be walking to some chaos. It could be, it's quiet right now, but about 10 minutes from now, it could all go to hell. So, I like to get good reports, just like, just a 1, 2, so I know how my day is going to be. So I can control my day. So I'm not all frustrated because 38 and 46 are on the call light, and then 52 is gonna crash in 10 minutes. Let me know something so I can get myself situated, so I can, you gotta be able to control something. Get yourself prepared, because it don't make no sense for these two on the call, like this one about to crash, and then you tell me, oh, everything is all right, and then I go to get some coffee, and then I got to be running with the nurses. Everybody, we all running. Just tell me, let me know what's going on, or I go off the floor for something. Let me know what's going on. So that's the first thing I like to do, is I like to get good reports. Just let me know. Then the next thing I would do is I will wipe down the nurse's station, where I'm sitting at. I will wipe down the computers. I have my wipes. Look at this. I got these off of Amazon. You can go on Amazon and get these. So I keep these in the house because I'm a secretary. My mom's a nurse, and we got too many cooties going around here in this country. We got measles and the hepatitis down here in South Florida, and all kinds of stuff. So I ordered some wipes, the hospital kind, off Amazon, and so we keep some in the house, which is good thing. We actually had to wipe I did a good wiping down here because I was sick and my little nephew was sick. My one nephew got me and the baby sick. So after it kind of went away, I pulled this out, and I was cleaning everything that I touched and that the baby touched, and so we keeping these in the house. So like I said, I got these off Amazon, and this is what we use at work. This is what we use in the hospitals. So just the wipes. And I don't have any purple gloves. I did have some, but we cleaned out the garage and we used all the gloves. So I just went and got some little latex gloves. That's all I got. So, but we prepared. We prepared for all kinds of stuff. But I wiped down the mouse and the computer and the chairs of the arm, and anything that anybody touches that could pass on cooties, I wipe it down. We have the light switch is right here. Wipe that down too. So you wipe down your area, get yourself get it nice and clean, and let it dry, and then you move on to the next thing. Then after I get a good report, after I wipe down my station, I'll go in and I'll pull up the census, and I'll go through each patient and look at the orders. One thing I do not assume is I do not assume that the secretary before me did anything. Okay, I don't assume that she called in the consults. I don't assume. No, I assume that they did not do it. I assume they did not call in the consult. I assume they didn't do nothing all night. Okay, but I assume that everybody. I assume that no one did their work. So I always go through all the patients and check and see if there are any orders. So if there was consults, but I only go back to midnight. Anything before midnight, because it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I day shift. So anything, 11:59, that's on you. But anything, 3 o'clock, they draw a lot of labs and things like that. See if anything, doctors start coming in. Some doctors, early. And so I would look, and I will go back to midnight to see if there is anything that need to be done. I just assume that they didn't do anything all night. That's literally how I think, and I guess that's why I'm just on top of everything. That's why I'm so good, because you gotta assume that they sat there all night and played on the phone. And so I go back, I check the order, see if anything need to be done that I could do. And then also, if we have patients who are in isolation, I will order isolation gowns. And if we need some masks, I'll order those. So things like that, because in our system, it has a little a symbol, like a hazardous symbol, that person is in isolation. So I order gowns, and that's one of the first things I do every morning. I order gowns because I know we're gonna need gowns. Don't make no sense for me knowing that we're gonna be in the room. The nurse is gonna be in the room. Family, doctors, CNAs, gonna be in and out that room, and then when we need, then we down to the last gown, and somebody say, "Oh, can you order some gowns?" Well, I know we're gonna need gowns. All the people gonna be in and out the room, so let me order the gowns because it's gonna take a minute for it to get up here. So let me just order it now instead of waiting till they're down to the last gown or stealing gowns from somebody else, another patient, and then all this drama. Just order the gowns now because you know you're gonna need them for the day. So just order it first thing in the morning. So that's one of the things I always do. Then after that, after I get all the orders checked and if any consults need to be called in or anything I need to do, then I would go and check the printer and the fax machine, make sure we have enough paper in there. And, I fill it up. I don't care where it is, I fill it up. Or, it's just the printer, not the printer, the fax machine, how many faxes do you get? Come on. We use it, but we send stuff down, we scan stuff down. We don't really receive too much. So, it'll be all right. It's going to, that what's in there is going to last us. I know in the other unit, our sister unit, boy, I tell you, they act like it was against their religion to fill up the printers. And don't get me wrong, they had a lot of printers. I think I was thinking back, it's probably like 10 printers up there and 3 fax machines because it was a big unit. But it wasn't even the biggest unit, and because I used to work on the biggest unit before I transferred to the ICU. But boy, they act like it was against their religion to fill up the printers. It was like, why this gotta be a big old whoop-de-doo? Like all of them empty. Like how y'all use all? I was here yesterday and I filled them all up. Where all the paper go? Like how you use all that paper? How? It become a big old boy, the big old dad, like it was against their religion to fill up the print. I'm like, how do you use all the paper? Like it's 10 printers up here. How y'all use all the paper and all the printers? Like it's ridiculous. I don't know. Still ain't fit. I don't know. But so I always filled it up. I always fill up the printer. Even when I went to other floors. Even when I floated to other floors, I'm looking at their printers. I need to know how much paper you got in here because I know that later on today they're gonna be doing a lot of discharges, especially depending on what floor I went to. They're gonna be doing a lot of discharges. And then you're gonna get a lot of admissions. So you're gonna have the nurses print all the discharge packets, and then you're gonna have when the patient comes, you're gonna have to print the face sheets and the labels and things like that. So just get all the paper, just fill up the printers, fill that up, and then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And no one's stopping you when you got 4 discharges and 3 admissions right here in front of you. Oh, we ain't got no paper in the printer. Now you gotta stop and run and get because they ain't gonna know how to. You the only one that know how to put paper in the printer. The paper right there, the printer right there, you open it, put the paper in. You the only one know how to do it. They can't do it. So just do it first thing in the morning, and that way you ain't got to worry about it because they come if it's a problem. People like to mess with stuff and don't. And anyway, so one of the things I always do is I always fill up the printers and the fax machines with paper, so I don't have to deal with that. Then I go through and check all the charts, the physical charts. So you had the chart in the computer, go through the computer and check the orders. And then I do the printer and the fax machine. Then I go to the physical chart and I go through every chart and make sure it has enough face sheets, labels, and then I go through, make sure, everything that's labeled is supposed to be labeled and it's the correct patient in the charts. So my unit in ICU, it wasn't that many patients. So, get that done, real quick. But on the other floors, it's going to be a while. And I would do all that and check. I would grab some charts and, grab some charts and grab about 2 or 3 charts and go through them and sit at the desk and answer the phones and check the orders and, and do what I do. And answer the call lights and they're like, oh my God, you're the best. I know, because what we ain't gonna have is you ain't gonna come bothering me later on talking about, face sheets. Because the doctor's gonna grab the face sheets off the chart. And then, you need labels. The nurse is taking labels, doctor's taking labels. It's just because, the labels might have the account number on there. So I'm making sure we good. And then also, you never know. The reason why I always make sure I have enough face sheets and labels is because the computers might go down. So if the computers go down, the doctors are grabbing the face sheets so they can have the insurance information so they can bill. And then, how are you printing labels if the computers are down? So I look, I prepare for everything. Okay, I'm prepared for a disaster. Okay, if a disaster is coming, I'm prepared for it. I'm the best. Okay, so that's just how I do. So that's what, 2 hours. So that takes you that's about 2 hours depending on your unit, how fast you go, and what's going on and all that stuff. But that's how you control your day. See how I got a good report. So I'm not surprised and then frustrated because these two patients on the call, like, this patient is going for a procedure, don't know they're going. Here's people asking me where they at, or where my mama, where my come in, where's so and so. I can answer them. And then wiping the nurse station down, that's just so you don't get cooties, protect yourself. Then you checking the orders. You checking the orders because you don't want people to come back later talking about this consult wasn't called in. Y'all know a doctor could put a consult order in 4 years ago. They will come and ask you to call that consult in. The nurses be like, can you call in the consult from 4 years ago? And they expect you to do it. Like, so look, just check your orders. Make sure, assume nothing. Assume nothing was done last night. Even though that's your girl. That's your girl. You love her. She the best. She funny. But you got to assume that everybody didn't do nothing. Okay? You got to assume they were asleep. You got to assume that, because on the sister floor, they all did that. So the one day shift, the doctor put the consult in like 6 o'clock. They had all these discharges. She couldn't get the consult. The first time she didn't say anything. She might say, oh, I was real busy, whatever. The night hub did not do it. Then she came back the next day. She assumed it was done. She went on about her business. And then the night hub, then here go the night, nothing done. It was 2 days later. They had this big old problem about the consoles. They all got rolled up. Now on our floor, nobody got. We didn't get rolled up because we know. And plus, I assume that you didn't do nothing last night. So if I see it, I'm gonna do it. But come on, it was put in at 6 o'clock, and you came in at 7. Come on. But anyway, they don't even put paper in the printer, so I know they ain't calling no consoles. But they all got rolled up because you assuming that the other person did it, and then even after, and that was with her. And then it kept going with the other girl because the other girl, it was a big old whoop-de-doo, and she was like, I told her that I didn't get a chance to get the console because we were so busy, and she didn't do it. I'm like, nah, you already know it wasn't gonna get done when you told her. I don't know, you already got beef, and then you telling her think she gonna do your job, she ain't doing it. Y'all got beef. I would have did it because I already know. We can have beef, but I'm still going to call that consult in because they going to come ask me to do it anyway. So I might as well just do it. But, you got to assume that it was not done. And so I just, these things I do, and then going through the charts, these are all things that I do to control something so that later on, no one comes back and asks me, well, how come and this and you didn't, can you do this? It's done. And I heard that so much. Oh my God, you are, oh my God, you're the best. Because they would come, can you do this? It's done. Oh no, oh my God, you're the best. I know, because it's done. Because I ain't got time to be y'all bothering me about nonsense, about little foolishness, okay? Because they'll come harass you. So I control my day. And then if anything happens after, it happens. If anything happens, it happens. But you ain't gonna come talking about, can you print some face sheets? We already got enough. Can you print labels? Computers go down. We need labels right there in the chart. Can you call this consult in? Already done. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I'm just prepared. I'm just prepared for everything. Family come, we looking for so and so. Where down in surgery. Oh, you go to the waiting room. Take the elevator this way, that way, this way, boom, waiting room. Oh, thank you. That's why I'm the best, okay? Damn near perfect. because I control my day. I control the beginning of my day. I don't come, even if I'm walking into chaos, let me know I'm walking into chaos. You know how many times the one time I came in there and blood was all in the hallway. It was blood all in the hallway because the patient had bled. Now this is like night shift, but early in the morning, probably like 5 o'clock. We come in at 7. Patient bleeding, blood all in the hallway because they were throwing everything in the garbage, like the sheets, because they were trying to stop the bleeding, blood everywhere. So they throwing that in the garbage. That's not being washed. Throwing it in the garbage, and then it was so heavy they were dragging it because you can't carry that. Like you got to drag that. And then they were coming back and getting the blood up. That's how much that's bleeding right there. Okay, that's some that ain't no cut your finger. That's bleeding. It's the ICU. I mean, hey, but okay, look, what's going on up in here? Okay, I need to know how my day about to go. Okay, do we got them stabilized? No, they about to go. Oh, okay, they going. Oh, okay, good. Woo. Where's the crash cart? Why is the crash cart not right here? You need to know how your day gonna go. You need to pay attention to a lot of stuff. I pay attention to a lot of stuff. That's why, I know what's going on. Okay, let me know so I can at least control a lot of stuff. So when they come, I'm ready for them. I got the answer. It's already done. So that's all I got for you today. Y'all need to learn how to control your day. Look, I do this everywhere I go. I do these steps. I want a good report. Let me know who on the call light, who's going for procedures, who's violent, let me know. And then I make sure my nurse station nice and clean so I can work in peace, because I got this thing about cooties. I mean, you can see I got wipes at the house. Got hospital wipes at the house, because we don't do cooties. And then I check the computer system for orders, and then check the printers and the fax machines, and then I check the charts. So, this a girl that be on the mission. And plus I think it calm me a little bit too, because I'll be sitting there and I'll be multitasking. I'll be going through them charts, I'll be answering the phones, call lights, checking orders, I'll be on it. I'll be all on top of it. So look, I want you all to learn to control your day. Don't just walk into chaos talking about it ain't chaos. You just overwhelmed. You need to get it together, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.